Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This lesson is on even and odd numbers, and it's entitled Even Steven and Odd Todd. Some of the things we're going to learn about today are the vocabulary. We'll have an instructional video. That one's kind of weird because the volume doesn't play, but I'll talk about it when it plays, okay? There's a book. We don't really have enough time to read the book, but you can watch the video for it later. We'll read it in class. This is a question. I don't know if you could see. I'll have to move my little face somewhere. There we go. A question about the book, and we can do it without reading the book. Pairing practice, where you practice the skills that we've talked about so far. And then there is a game. So let's get started. These are just a list of numbers. I thought it was interesting to look at because they all have to do with even and odd. Okay, so the definition of even is a number that can be divided into two equal groups. So we talked about this a few days ago about with zero. If we have zero, there's zero on this team and zero on this team. That means the teams are even though they don't have any players, they have the same amount of players, which is none. Okay. And let's say there's 4 kids and we have to make 2 teams. If there's 2 over here and 2 over here, so 2 on each team, the teams are even. They have the same number and they're even. Okay? So that goes with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8, or any number that ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Like 12, you put 6 on one side, 6 on the other side for 12, but 12 ends with the number 2, and the number 2 is even. That's how you could tell. Okay? And the next one is odd. Odd is any number that cannot be divided into 2 equal groups. So let's say we have 3 people and they want to play. Well, if we put everybody on a team, there'd be 2 people on one team and 1 on another one. Everybody's playing, but the teams are not equal. It's 2 and 1, not equal. Okay? Okay, so any number that's 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, or ends with a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, that is also odd. Because when you divide them all out, you won't get them equal. Okay? This word here, it's called pairs. It's a set of 2 things. Counting blocks 2 at a time. And that's like it refers to even Steven in the book. So 2 at a time. Like when you have a big group, instead of counting 1, 2, 3, you can count 2, 4, 6. So you count 2 and grab 2 every time. All right. And then leftover, when you're counting by pairs or twos, there's one that's not included in the pair. So if everybody had a buddy, right? So let's use 3 again, because when I use 5, my fingers look funny. All right, 3. We grouped 2 together, and then when we go to group 2 again, there's only this dude left by himself. So he's left over. Okay, he's the odd man out. He's left over. Okay. Let's go on to the instructional video. I'll put my face over here a little bit and it'll help us out. It's instructional video, and when it plays, it does some kind of weird thing. It'll only have volume in the beginning, but I'll talk about it, okay? And it says, questions that we can answer from watching the video. What is one way to evaluate if a number is even? So evaluate means you get to decide. So what kind of things happen? What do you do to decide if the number is an even number, or later on if it's an odd number, okay? And after, I want you to explain to someone in your house why something would be even, how you would know it would be even, okay? And then the second question down here is, what is one way to evaluate or decide if a number is odd? So what would you say? Maybe, guys left out. That could be a good one. So after you watch the video, maybe it'll give you a couple more things to say so you can decide if something is odd, and you can tell somebody why it's odd, okay? So I'll get this video started and we'll hear it for a sec and then it'll go off, all right? Odd and even, it says. So even and odd, they each have their own meaning, okay? And we talked about that a little bit in the other one. So we'll let this video catch up with me and we'll keep going, okay? Even, paired in twos. Odd, they can't be paired with a buddy, okay? So we got candy from a parade, all right? And we're going to see if the amount is even or odd. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them in pairs with 2, right? 2, 2, 2, 2 in pairs, okay? Everybody's got a buddy, okay? That means it's an even number because everybody has a buddy. Nice. So let me get this one off of the bottom of the screen. So what do you see here is on the top, if you look at the top, all the numbers on top, they're odd. That means you just have, if you don't count anything else, you count the guy up there by himself and he's just a 1. If you go to the second guy here on the bottom, where the 2 is at, 1, 2, 2 is a pair and that's buddies. So 2 makes it even. So if we just counted up to 3, 1 and 2 would have partners with each other, and 3 would be a single guy by himself, right? So all the numbers on top, 1, 3, 5, 7, are odd because they won't have a partner. On the bottom, you see that there's 1, 2, and there's a 2. 1, 2 makes 4. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 8. When I say 1, 2, I mean these are 2 that have partners. These 2 are partners. These 2 are partners. And these 2 are partners. Okay, let's keep going.
So 8 is going to be an even number.
8's even. All the numbers on the bottom are even. We're going to take some away and figure it out. So what's a thing that we can do to figure it out? We put them in buddies. So let's watch and let him put them in buddies and let's figure it out. Okay. He's going to put them in pairs right now. Right? There's already 2. Okay, so what happened here? These 2 people have a buddy. These 2 suckers have a buddy. This guy is by himself. He's left over, left out. He's the odd man out. He's odd Todd. He's odd. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? All right. Let's move on. This is our book, Even Steven and Odd Todd. And it just talks about this guy here. His name is Even Steven. And he likes everything even. He's nice and tidy. He likes 2. He likes 4. He likes 6. Everything's well put together and everything has a schedule. This is his cousin. His cousin's Odd Todd. And Odd Todd, he's kind of a mess. Okay? But he just likes to have fun and he has things everywhere and he likes things to be a little odd. And so by the end of the book, they figure out how even Steven's not exactly all the way right and neither is Odd Todd, but together it works out just fine. Okay, and we'll read that book here in class or you will watch the video a little bit later, okay? Even Steven and Odd Todd, it says Steven only likes the numbers even, 2, 4, 6, 8. Right even numbers that come after 12. Well, 12's even because it has a 2. So we can grab 2 more, right? Because if we grab 2, 3, 4, if we got 2 more, we had 4. So if we get 12, we get 2 more, we have the next one in line. So 12, 13, 14. 14 would be our next number after 12. Okay? With 14, let's grab 2 more. 14, 15, 16. 16 would be our next number. If you notice, it has 12, which has a 2 at the end. And then the next number is 14, which has a 4. So 2, 4. The next number at the end would be a 6. And the next number after that would be an 8. Okay? And then I challenge you to do that and write your numbers as far as you can by 2s. That would be really challenging. It would be exciting to see who could write the most. Todd only likes odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7. Write the odd numbers that come after 11. So let's try to use that pattern. The first ending would be a 1, so that's 11. So the next ending would be the number 3. So 1 and 3, you got it, 13. The next one in the pattern, 1, 3, 5. The ending number would be 5. That would be 15. Okay, so try to do your odd ones and let's see who can get the most there too. I'll have a special prize for those who can write the most. It'll be an exciting challenge. All right, this next one is what I like. I'll move my picture over here so maybe we could see a little bit better, okay? It says pairing practice. Using the tool to the left, pair the cubes to determine if the numbers below are even or odd. So the first number here is 8. So we can use these blocks to determine if 8 is an even number. So let's count out 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see what it did there when I got close? It kind of boop and matched them themselves, right? So now that we have 8, let's put them in pairs. And that means where there's 2 hooked together. So let's count them by 2s now. 2, 4, 6, 8, right? So there's 8 cubes. Does everybody have a partner? 2, 2, 2, and 2? Yes, they do. So 8 would be even. So let's try 9. Okay? 1, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you see what happened there, some of them grabbed and made a partner anyway. If I wanted them to go apart, let's see if I could. Yeah, I just click on and move it over. Okay, so that'll just give us a clearer picture of what is going on. Okay, let's see if we can get it done. Maybe? There we go. Now everybody's by themselves. Okay, now what we do, we pair things to see if they're even, right? So pairs 2. So this guy has a partner. That one has a partner. Maybe it has a partner. There we go. This guy has a partner. And this guy has a partner. Oh, he doesn't have a partner, does he? No. So he's the odd man out. Okay? So I want you to do that with all those numbers, and I want you to determine or evaluate which one is even and which one is odd. Okay? Let's keep moving on. Here is something you could do for practice, and it says, number 1, click the dice, and number 2, click the worksheet and follow the directions on the drawing. Okay, if you have dice at home, you can use your dice, of course, but this here is just an app. If you click it and it pops up here, I'm going to have to scoot our screen over just a little bit so that you can tell where the dice are, okay? And I'll move my face so we can see the dice. And if you click roll dice, it'll roll it for you. And so we have 2 on the first one and 2 on the second one, correct? Okay, so now we're going to go back to our worksheet, and I'll move our screen back because it's kind of weird, but we just have to do that right now. It's okay. 2 and 2. So now we're going to click the worksheet. And if you notice on this worksheet, I've done a little bit for you, but we'll keep going. We have 2. So I have to put in the text box now because I went too far when I was doing my examples. There's 2. All of your text boxes will be in there already, okay? And 2. All right. What is 2 plus 2? You got it. It's 4. Maybe let's move my face over. You might be able to see the directions. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay? So we'll put 4 in this box because that's the answer, right? And it says, directions, roll the dice and write the numbers in the circles. Add the numbers together. We did that. We wrote the numbers in the circles and then we added it together, right? We color the even answers red and the odd answers blue. So we have 4, okay? 4. Excuse me. Okay, we have 4. And if we separate those and we paired them, we have how many? We'll have 2 here and 2 here. So, do they have even teams? Same amount of people on each team? Yes, so that means it's even. So, we're going to color this red. If I can get my little box to work, we're going to go up here to the highlight tool, and I'm going to click and I'm going to turn that guy red. And you'll be able to play this with your family, and if you want to keep practicing, you can just erase and practice some more, okay? All right, sounds good. I like it. So just in review, it says even numbers end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Okay. Also 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 by themselves is an even number as well. And then here's a review of odd. Odd numbers is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, right? And so that means